These amazing dogs are living completely new lives. It's time to get inspired with our favorite weight loss transformations.
We were in shock. I had never seen a dog that big. It actually said black lab, a tad overweight. I saw that ad and I had tears in my eyes. They opened the door and he came bombing out. He was enormous, but he was so happy. His tail was wagging. He was such a love. I just knew we could help him.
Shiloh weighed 146 pounds when he should have weighed between 65 and 85 pounds.
He looked uncomfortable. He could barely make it down the street. He just plopped down.
Shiloh, you ready to go?
Walking was hard at first, but it got a little easier each day. After just 2 months, Shiloh lost 20 pounds.
He's done a great job, and every step we've been proud of him. He's a good boy.
Lucille could barely walk when she was found abandoned. She was 9 years old and weighed 16 pounds, twice as much as she should. But luckily she got adopted.
Now for the camera.
And her new mom put her on a strict diet.
There we go.
Now Lucille weighs under 9 pounds.
Obi came to me 6 years ago after I read about his story. It was a plea for help that a family member wrote to get him out of his current situation. He had become increasingly more and more overweight. His feet hadn't touched the ground for at least 8 months at that point because they were physically unable to pick him up and get him outside. It was a pretty desperate situation. So I was one of the first people to read that plea for help. And I said, well, I'll take him. So Obi pretty much stayed to one room in my house, and it was the closest to the back door, so I could drag him out on a quilt to get him outside to go potty. Physically, Obi wasn't able to really interact with the other dogs, but he wanted to, so you could tell that he would really just kind of keep an eye on the other dogs and me. Him wanting to see what I was doing and what the other dogs were doing kind of encouraged him to get up and move, so that was great. I think he was a little sad not being able to interact, so as he became able to interact with them more, he was happier and more animated. I used to take him for quite a bit of hikes. These days he's able to do pretty much anything the other dogs can do. I just have one step so he can get on the couch by himself. I have stairs so he can get into bed by himself. But yeah, he's pretty active, living a normal dog life these days. He's slowing down a little bit because he's 12 now. He's brought a lot of awareness to obesity and pets. So because he's so happy and he's so animated and so easygoing, he has a really special story, but I think it's his personality that people are really drawn to.
Maxo's daily life was becoming a struggle. He was in need of a special home to help restore him back to a healthy body weight.
When Charlotte and her family adopted Maxo, he couldn't even get into the car by himself.
He weighed 99 pounds.
But they were determined to get him back to his old self.
Originally mistaken for an old dog by most, by overcoming these challenges, Maxo soon dropped 35 pounds. Now he's 16 kilograms lighter, he has rediscovered his youth, and he can now run, jump and play with the best of them. His life has completely transformed.
Maxo regained his independence and is always ready for the next adventure.
When I first got her, it was really tough because I felt like I couldn't take her out places because everyone would look at her like, oh my gosh, what did you do to this dog? I almost felt like I needed to put a sign on her that said, like, I didn't do this. She's on a diet, don't worry.
When she was rescued, Bertha was nearly 3 times the size she should be.
Oh, it's okay, babes.
And that's when she met Allison.
She had popped up on Instagram and I thought she was so cute and I felt so bad for her because she was so big. It was obvious she was uncomfortable. I used to work at a veterinary hospital, and so I had seen a lot of dogs come in that were really overweight. I would see what a difference it would make when their owners would help them lose the weight. So then when I saw Bertha, it was like, okay, I know I can help this dog. It really was just the diet. She runs around a lot herself. So once she started losing weight and she was feeling better, she started moving a ton. You can tell. It has just been a steady progression of, okay, I got up the steps. Now I am gonna be able to run through the grass a little quicker. It's kind of like having a new baby almost, because it's like every day or every week there's something new in her personality that wasn't there before.
Now that she's losing the weight, Bertha has a whole new lease on life.
The other night I had her in my purse and these guys were like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. They're like, is she a puppy? I'm like, no, she's 9 years old. She's a pretty awesome little girl.